Hello everyone. In this problem, we are told that a sub 40 equals 215 and a sub 70 equals 305. We're told to find a sub 1, which is the very first term. So what we're going to do here is write down the arithmetic formula right here. So that is a sub n equals a sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 times d. And of course, arithmetic sequences grow by a constant amount called d, which is the common difference. And what we're going to do next is write down two equations. But I want to point out that where you see this n, we're going to place 40 and 70 respectively. So let's go ahead and start. We have a sub n plus, and then n is 40. 40 minus 1 is 39. So that is 39d. And set that equal to a sub 40, which is equal to 215. And then do the same for a sub 70, so that is a sub 1 plus 70 minus 1 is 69. Bring down your d and set that equal to 305. Okay, so now we're going to subtract to eliminate a sub 1. And we'll go ahead and rewrite the equations over here, but except I'm going to write the equation with the bigger numbers on top here since we are subtracting. So we have a sub 1 plus 69d equals 305. And since we're subtracting, I will go ahead and place parentheses around the second equation. And I'll place a minus sign out in front. And then continue on with writing down the equation here. That is a sub 1 plus 39d equals 215. But I wanted to point something out here is that we have this minus sign out in front. So when you distribute it to each term within a parentheses, it changes the operation on these terms to their opposites, okay? So I will just go ahead and write down the first equation again. So that's a sub 1 plus 69d equals 305. And I will go ahead and subtract. So we have minus a sub 1 minus 39d equals, and that's minus 215. Okay, and so we see here that our a sub 1s cancel out, and we have 69d minus 39d, which is 30d, equals 305 minus 215 equals 90. We're going to get d alone by dividing by 30 on both sides. And we see here that d equals 3. So d equals 3. And what we're going to do with d equals 3 is plug it back into one of the equations here. So we'll place it back into this top equation here. Let's go ahead and do that. So that way we can solve for a sub 1, our very first term. So we have a sub 1 plus 39 times d, which is given to us as 3. And that is equal to 215. Okay, keep simplifying. So we have a sub 1 plus 117 equals 215. So since we're trying to get a sub 1 alone, we need to move 117. We'll do that by subtracting 117. And we can see here that a sub 1 equals 98. And so that means that 98 is our very first term. So we've worked backwards to find the very first term. So if this helped you understand how to work backwards in an arithmetic sequence, please leave a comment in the comments section. Keep practicing and stay tuned for more calm, clear math lessons right here on Math by TV.